Hi everybody. Okay, as you can see in the title, the day 133. Okay. Um, Today was interesting and kind of, I don't know, a touch bland for me. But I think they had one witness on the stand all day, but I think they're done with her now, so I don't think she'll be back for tomorrow. But it was a 911 operator, and it's really funny because there were some funny moments, and I kind of mean ironic and haha at the same time. Okay, it's ironic because they always have, in my estimation, they always have 911 operators or cell phone instruction people, or you know. And this woman strikes me as she is very glad to not be a 911 operator anymore. And also, the one moment that was kind of funny is when they were describing her job. You know how they ask you, and what is your profession? When the one of the lawyers, I think it was the prosecution, said, "So you're a 911 dispatcher." And as soon as the word dispatcher came out of his mouth, she's like, "No, operator." I was like, "Okay, whoa." Um, but I think she's been doing it for 20 something, 30 something years. And she kept repeating the same thing of, well, we can only go by what the caller gives us, the information the caller gives us. So that's why we do things the way we do or something. And I was like, okay. Um, so that was really odd. Um, I don't know if this is on purpose, but I think that now they finally learned. I think that it's best to rotate people because I think the prosecution has three attorneys, or maybe two attorneys and a paralegal. I'm not sure because there's Miss Love. I'd say she's the lead, and then there's a younger woman, and then there's a guy. I don't know their names, but I think they rotate because um, I think somebody told Miss Love or something that she can become and come off as very aggressive, and that may not be the best tactic because right after that they started using one of the other two people. So, and also, I can tell when they don't feel like they're being understood by the witnesses. So then they either break up questions or change questions entirely. It's kind of odd. I didn't think I'd actually see this, but yeah, I'm noticing it now. Although, I mean, I wasn't here for most of it, so I don't know what it was like up until day 133. I really don't. I don't know if they came out aggressive from the top or I don't know. So, um, but yeah, and what they did was they went through at least three or four 911 calls, and I think that's all they did today. Um, because when I started watching, they were talking to the lady, and then they stopped for a while for the break, and then they were talking to her again. So I think they only went through one witness today. I may be wrong. Um, yeah, because the other day, I didn't talk about it, but they went through a police officer, cell phone woman, a woman that works for Verizon, but like she's a senior data something, and they had another witness. They had the crime scene. They had a police officer, a crime scene investigator, technician or whatever, and then the Verizon person all in one day. So I see like a pattern that they either go through three or four or just one for through a day. So I guess it depends on. Well, I mean, obviously it depends on how many questions they have for each witness, but also how many times they have to ask the same question, kind of, because sometimes they'll get a question out and then they'll have to stop because they'll have an objection, and then it's either overruled or sustained. Sustained means don't ask again. Overruled means answer it anyway. So that's what takes up some time too. So, like I said, I still think it's going to be a longish trial. I mean, it's long anyway. It is already, you know, way over anything I've done. But I could see it still going like 100 more days, give or take, you know. So I'll be in here for the for most of it. And like I said, I may not cover every witness they talk to, but I'm trying to give you the best parts so you kind of understand where the trial is going. So, okay. Bye, guys.